fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Switch. 6-6. Pull it high. Check 43. Back. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They get big Jason Peters, the left tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
Undercrush. Go out.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 23 yards the pickup there.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Hey, zoom. 44's Mike. Check.
Now Jones operating from the gun. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, this one into the hands of Burton.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Bears first down. That's the end of the first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky, he's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Next to score, Bears 7, Giants 0. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Chicago.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check 13. Check 13.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check four, check four. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. 22 yards there, a first down.
10 Lobo. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
They go play action here on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check, check. Hard, hard.
2nd and 5. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Check 24, check 24. Look, squeeze. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down, looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky completes it to Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
180. Check that out. Check me out. Check me out. Move. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming. Alert.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch. Check 52.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch out.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. 18. 57 for Mike.
Now it's Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist. Hey, watch it.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Pull together. Kill. 18.
Trubisky will throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lock in. 57 Mike 57.
And the blitz does come. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready up.
58, come on. 6-man.
5.
Jones throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Go on.
Check, check. Check 31, check 31. Check, check, check.
Go out.
Check, check. Under 10.
This is Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
58, right there. Here we go. Check 3, check 3.
Rock it. Please grip.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, lock it.
Long day. Shit.
Look at me. Go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hard.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Pilot, 64. Go.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, that's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
60 outlaw.
Check the backer.
Look, squeeze.
Get wide. check safety.
Bam. Hey, Sam off. Kill. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
On the set.
58, Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Leo. Hit it.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Switch. No.
Go out. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rosa's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 11-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The busy night continues for Johnson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Bears, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.